Anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to try to get a picture with a third group. All right, a third group, which is going to be group C, because if you remember, I've got two strobes in group A. That's our main light. Our fill light off the floor is group B. Now I'm going to put in a backlight because that background has been going gray. I'm going to pull it back to a white. So what I do is I get the strobe, take a look at the back, the LCD. We're highlighting channels right now. I'm not going to mess with the channels. Don't need to do that. I hit the SEL button. It highlights groups. This says I'm in group A. I'm going to toggle that into group C. So now I've got three groups going, A, B, C. I can control them all from camera. So let's set this guy up here. This is going to be a background light. You can also do this and use it as a hair light, for instance. But Katie hasn't got, thank goodness, like Dolly Parton hair, doesn't have big hair, all right? So we're not going to bother lighting her hair. We're going to use this to light the background. Yes, and we're going to hide the strobe. Trust me, it's easy to do. Ha, ha, ha. All right. Okay. Yes, there we go. A, B, and C. Now, what do you have to do before you get rocking and rolling on the set here with Group C? You have to remember, and I always forget this, because, traditionally, you put a light out there, you heat it up, turn it on, you go back to the camera and start wailing away. But you have to remember with these strobes, I haven't got Group C programmed yet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this up, A, B, now I've got C. If you recall, the process for doing that, highlight C group. It's got three cursors, which means it's dead, but I hit the mode button, comes back to life, 0, 0. All right? Let's take a look at that. That may be an appropriate value because I want white. Here's the thing about white backgrounds. Quick tip. If you want your background to be truly white, it's got to be at least a stop to 2 stops overexposed from your foreground. All right? Otherwise, it's going to be kind of a dirty white or even have some detail in it and veer towards gray. If it's the exact same exposure as your subject, you risk that background not being really crisp and really white. So if you want your background to be white, bang some light into it. Bring it at least a stop, sometimes even 2 stops above your foreground exposure. All right, let's take a look now. All right, you ready to go, Katie? All right, you're out here goofing around. You better be ready to take a picture because, all right, let's see what happened here. Pretty nice light, okay? We brought back there's a nice glow on the background here. Let's just play with that background now, and let's play with the overall scene a little bit. Let's get a little more pop into Katie's face. That's pretty easy to do with the system. I'm going to go to Group A. I'm going to program a little more light into Group A. That gives me +1 in Group A. All right? Group B is running at -1. I think maybe we can afford to bring Group B back a little bit too. Now maybe just -1/3. And I want that background to go dead white. It's not there yet, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to program +2 into it and see if we get a distinctly different result. Ready, Katie? All right, here we go. Looking good. Okay. Okay, we got a nice, elegant, sophisticated look out of this. Brought it back, a little fill from low. All right, and we got, notice the background here. We got white back, okay? And that's the difference between a normally rated strobe and one that's putting out another couple of stops into that background. So that background now is really getting a pretty intense sort of, input of light, and that's what's bringing us back into that dead white zone.